Hello, we're having a stroke. The podcast where a guy with severe ADHD struggles to get through a single sentence while the other one watches in awe. I'm your co-host Dominic. With me is my co-host Joey. And
Hello.
This is episode numero 6 out of potentially infinite. I think, you know what? I'm down for being a Time Lord to continue doing this because I have lots of fun doing this with you, Joey. Especially the 10-minute setup that we just went through.
Oh yeah, it was fun. I learned that that's what sex in Spanish sounds like.
Well, you know what's funny? Apparently in German, if you say G6, that's gay sex.
Hey,
That is 100% real.
that's pretty good. Anyway.
That's pretty good. Hey.
How have you been, Dominic?
I've been pretty well. I might sound a little tired right now, but it's because I just had a little bit of a full day today. And I just
for those of you listening, fun behind the scenes fact: we normally record our podcasts at 8:00 at night, and this night we had something special come up, and now we're recording it at 9.
Yeah. And but the reason why it's late and the reason why I think maybe it might be a good story to tell is that I like this evening we had this like school event that I did where we do a fondue night every year usually. But
Fondue?
Fondue. Real fondue with the whole kit, the cheese, we have chocolate and a bunch of bread and the whole shebang. So like we do this party usually every year. And then COVID happened and nothing got done every year. So this is the first year it's been back since 2019. So we had it together. I had to lead it and whatnot. I ate a ton of cheese. I found out, pro tip, you can take cubed cheese, dunk it in fondue, and it is delicious. It is
Really?
Unbelievable. It's
Damn.
it's like layers of cheese, a cheese that you're not even sure what it is, and then like cheddar and stuff.
But for clarification for our audience, clearly, and not just me, what is fondue?
So fondue is melted cheese, usually with some sort of alcohol in it. So you take like your Swiss or like some Gouda or something, you melt that with like a splash of white wine, and then you dip food into it, and then you just eat the food covered in cheese. You'd be surprised. It's not just a Wisconsin thing. It's a very French thing, I think. So,
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, we usually do that every year, and this year I just had to lead it. So I fortunately did not spend all day buying the ingredients, but I did have to spend the rest of the evening just like cleaning things up and managing things. So I'm just a little kaput at the moment. I already had a beer. I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh, damn, that's fun.
Yeah. I found out spotted cows are $8 for a 6-pack, and I'm pretty stoked about that.
Sounds pretty good. I mean, I don't know the economy on beers, so.
A 12-pack of Pabst will run you about $10.30 or so.
Okay, that's good. That's really fun.
Yeah, no, it's really good because it's like it's a beer that no one else has. So, yeah, no, I'm. Joey, what did you do today? I'm already so kaput. I feel like I just carried the weight. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I thankfully am done with that whole getting up early in the morning thing now.
Oh, right, you've been doing that for a while.
I was doing that for the past 2 weeks, and now we're finally done with it. And now we're back to our normal time. And I'm like, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dumbass couldn't sleep last night, so there's that.
I see.
But I'm thriving. I'm thriving out here.
Hell yeah, man.
I got some work done on like some documentary I might be working on. This is a fun story. So I rented out equipment from my school's like film center. Uh-huh. And right now sitting in my apartment is like a camera, a tripod, and like lenses. That's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
I was fucking around with them, just like seeing how they worked. And I was like, dang, these are pretty cool.
Are they are they treated well at your area?
Like
the tools?
Well, kind of. The actual cases for the equipment clearly have like scars and shit on them. The cameras are of pretty good quality. I got a to get nerdy for a second. I got for the cameras I rented out was a Canon C100 with multiple different lenses on it. Because with the Canon C100, it doesn't have like a normal lens just built into it. You need to attach them in order to like film anything. So yeah, and also like all this is just for a VFX project we're doing. Where like we're gonna be shooting a guy in a hallway like disintegrating someone for a class, and it's very fun.
So when you mean shooting, you're not saying that this guy disintegrated someone and you're like, he's a criminal, and you just fucking shoot him with like an M80 or something.
Pull out the Glock.
Just fucking.
I can't believe we shot him with a Smith & West 500. But no. It's funny because whenever I come like home and I hear someone talking about shootings, I'm like, oh, so you mean you recorded something? They're like, no, someone died. Like, oh,
one unfortunate event for a filmmaker to just be so excited that someone shot something and realize that it's not what that means. Just being like,
oh no!
Yeah, just being like, oh shit! There must have been so much filming going on January 6th at the Capitol. Who would have guessed it? Whoa! Hey,
why
yo!
Is that the second joke we've made about January?
Hey, yo! Las Vegas is popping in 2019. Sorry, this is too soon.
Oh god, we apologize for these.
It's funny and not funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been dealing with cameras and stuff.
Nice.
Fun fact about this documentary thing. I've been working on it, no joke, for the past like 5 months.
Wow.
Because we were supposed to get it done last quarter, but the problem was we wanted to record at this like haunted place on UIC's campus. But the problem was, we reached out to UIC to the location and they said they weren't interested. And B, apparently there's a fee that is they have to pay if you're gonna record on UIC's campus. And obviously, like, we're a bunch of college kids, I'm not gonna fucking pay that.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm like, fuck, man, because like a whole quarter's worth of work just like went down the drain. I was like, damn it. So like now we're working on it again with a more comedic edge to it. Just being like, hey, this place is haunted. It's crazy.
It's haunted.
we're still thinking it out through and stuff, but like, yeah, that's what I got in the pipeline.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I always
you
think
know what else happened this week?
What happened this week?
A Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
That has got to be the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's
what?
Just the whole thing. I just think a lot of it was just so weird. Because, like, we got to see a lot of things come into reality that none of us thought would happen ever. Like, I don't know about you. Like, I did not expect Mario Strikers to come back. I expected that.
No one expected Mario Strikers to come back.
Like, I wanted it to because that's a killer game series, but I just was like, man, there's no way it's going to come back. I guess that's the end. And it just wasn't, apparently.
The thing I'm slightly worried about with that game is that will it be faithful to, like, character animation and stuff like that, like the old Mario Strikers?
That's a great question.
And music and stuff. Because, like, if you remember, like, Mario Strikers Charged on the Wii, that game had, like, amazing character work.
Oh, yeah. No, the styling on that game was crazy.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, I will say that if it's not as styled, I would love the performance of the game to not be hindered. I'd love it for it to be, like, really tight and competitive and feel good, you know.
Dude, the thing I'm the most happy with that fucking game is the fact that Rosalina's in it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, think about that. Think about that for a second. The last Mario Strikers game to come out was before Mario Galaxy.
Oh my god, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was around that time, but no, it was before it?
Yeah.
God damn.
Because Rosalina like was a character in Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So like she would have been a character in Strikers, and like it was before fucking the godlike game of Mario Galaxy was a thing.
It'd be like that. That game is pretty godlike. That happened.
Fucking Portal's coming to Switch.
Yeah.
Which is insane to think about.
That's really weird.
But yeah, let's cut to the chase with it. Fucking Kirby mouthful mode is the funniest goddamn thing I've seen in a while.
Oh yeah, we get to full send the Vor community into something that they can sink their teeth in. No pun intended.
Audience at home, if you look up Kirby mouthful mode, you will be barraged by a series of images.
It's Vor.
It's
It's what it sounds like. This dude eats a car. He's eating fucking planes and shit.
It looks like such a shitpost.
Oh yeah, no, it looks like a total meme, and that's why the whole internet loves it, and that's why I think yeah. It's like the video of that giraffe on that like fence pole. Have you ever seen that video?
Yeah.
Just whole.
I love the edit people are making of like that one clip.
Ooh.
Excuse me, that one clip from Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, where like, Ed's eating the bed.
Where Ed's eating the bed and they're just replacing it with Kirby. Oh my god, my friend said he's recently been on a binge of just watching Ed, Ed, and Eddie high. It's been so funny. That
sounds fucking awesome.
That sounds amazing.
It was great when you weren't high. It's probably best when you're high. I can only imagine.
Imagine being high and hearing those goddamn sound effects.
I imagine you're going to hear them once the show's over. I think that's what happens. In my experience, I think it carries over. I don't know. I mean, is the dude... I'm assuming the dude is smoking sativas and stuff. Some real mellow stuff.
Yeah.
I imagine. Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs.
If there's kids listening to this podcast, I'm sorry.
If there's kids listening to this podcast, first of all, how?
Where and when? Who on TikTok made us famous? That's bullshit. That's impossible. Literally impossible. Nothing about this podcast lends itself to a video format. Except every single one of the pictures that we reference in memes and stuff.
Yeah. And our one cover image.
Yeah, right.
For those of you who don't know, was beautifully done by our own Dominic.
Exactly. Accidentally, actually. That's the best part about that.
Yeah, it was accidental.
I don't know what I was going with that. I think I was trying to make like a cloud haze sort of look behind the text, but I accidentally did like a curvature blur or something, and it just looked like a Wile E. Coyote thing, and that fucking we're using it forever, funny. I think.
Just like it looks like those deep fried fucking images.
Yeah, a little bit. Honestly, it's exactly what that is. Oh my god. That reminds me. Maybe this is on the podcast, maybe it's not, but excuse me, that's on the podcast. We're definitely going to try to put that spotted cow sort of came back on me. Ugh. No, I was thinking
Why did that get me so good?
Oh, that's just because it was good. This is just really good.
I don't know if it's gonna be on the podcast.
But if you'd like, I could create those thumbnails that you're talking about.
Yeah, we've been meaning to do that.
I mean,
we just haven't been.
And I'm in full support, and I think it enhances the show if we can do it. So,
Yeah, that and like also like most of, again behind the scenes a bit, most of post-production content on this entire podcast has been on me.
Yeah, right.
Which can lead into the fun story about last episode.
Oh my god.
So
okay. To preface this, It was a fun podcast. That was a great
It was a
episode.
very fun episode. Probably one of the best episodes we've had so far.
It was pretty good.
But a problem with it was that if you heard the podcast, you would hear sometimes we were talking over each other. There was a little bit of an echo. That was because on Sky's mic, even though she had headphones in and everything, somehow an echo between me and Dominic could be heard on her side. So I had to manually go in and cut out every single piece of silence between us.
Mm-hmm.
So that way it wasn't like constantly a headache for our audience.
And believe me, like I knew this was going to be a problem because I know that for the most part, it's kind of difficult for people to just have that kind of setup set already. Like for us, we have like microphones, we have headphones. Joey and I are pretty attuned with like audio making, text stuff, and like movie editing.
I have experience of being an editor.
Yeah, exactly.
So like I know exactly what we're looking for, how we do it, how exactly we like. Mm-hmm. Like we have a goal that we always set out for every single episode, and it's just a matter of like me using my skills.
Yeah, exactly.
As an editor and like learning from like past mistakes and like using all those skills to like make an episode good. Which, fun fact, this podcast also made me learn a lot about audio and the fact that, Dominic, did you know that audio drifting is a thing?
What is audio drifting, Joey?
So audio drifting is when you play sounds back, when you record sounds, they don't exactly like always play at the same sample rate at speed or whatever. I probably fucked up like what the fuck sample rate means, but fuck it.
You've already fucked it.
My sound professor can sue me. I don't give a shit. I hate his class. Anyway.
I really hope he's listening to this podcast right now. Mr. Professor or Mrs. Professor, please listen to this podcast right now. We would appreciate it. Thumbs up, like, subscribe. And hey, you fucker at home that's not the professor, make sure you do the same. Go ahead, Joey, please.
But yeah, fun side story about that. I asked my sound professor, like, after our most recent class about like my sound problem I had with the last episode, and he was just like to put words in his mouth a bit. He said, "Yeah, you fucked." Like,
I received that text also saying from Joey's professor, "It's fucked," and I was like, "Oh, goody." But
yeah, like. A little bit also behind the scenes thing with an example of that was with Chris's episode 3. The audio was a little bit out of sync with the overall episode, even though we did the sync like perfectly, and it matched up with our reference recording. It was still kind of out of it.
Huh.
So I just had to manually go in and like adjust some things, and it came out brilliantly. But like, I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing.
I mumbled through that whole fucking thing again.
Yeah,
God
you did.
Damn.
Well, this is the thing. I get to show you get to show me your editing and audio knowledge prowess. I think knowledge and prowess are the same word. Don't worry about it.
And we can explore all the ways that we can fuck it up.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying, like, listen, you can take cues from me as someone who enjoys public speaking and someone who enjoys doing voiceovers and readings. Okay, you can take some cues from me. Not all of them. Believe me, I mumble just as much as the next guy. But well, someone gets the joke.
Oh my god! For those of you listening and you want a fun afternoon, look up what the fuck's
Airplane Dog?
Airplane? Is it Airplane Dog? I assume it's just...
hold up.
Look up Dog and Airplane, or like Black Dog and Airplane. I don't fucking know. But anyway, it's a very funny video about this dog that just...
Dog of Wisdom.
Dog of Wisdom, that's it.
That's a good wisdom.
It's a good wisdom. I love that, you know The Living Tombstone?
Yeah, I do.
He made 2 remixes of that, out of that like sound sample. One of them was like One of them was like a super like typical like the Living Tombstone remix, where it was just like EDM shit.
Yeah.
The other one was like metal.
Oh shit.
And it's like you listen, it's like ba 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 da 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 ba 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 or some shit like that. And I was watching it, I was like, what the fuck is happening?
This is wisdom, man. You gotta absorb it. You gotta really, the lyrics just cut so deep.
They just speak to me.
Appa.
Appa. That's the name of the podcast.
This is the name of the episode. Hapatapa.
How do you spell that?
HPA D. Wait, shit. Hapatapa. Hapatapa. HAPADAPA.
If you know how to spell hababatapa, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to.
If you are connected to the Dog of Wisdom, can you send him an email? Can you send us an address? Because we'd love to get in contact to know more about your wisdom and how we can spell your language, I guess. End scene.
End scene. Okay. What do you got?
Very good.
Go to
the wrap-up party. Go to the wrap-up party.
Wrap up.
Wrap up. Cut that. Oh my god, I love Always Sunny. I love that podcast so much. That podcast is really fucking funny.
Is that where it's from, or like?
No, it's from before that, but they reference that all the time in the podcast. Which, for those of you who are unaware, and I'm assuming Joey's in this audience, is there's a podcast that the creators of Always Sunny do, where they talk about every episode that they've ever created, and they just ramble on about stuff, and it's really funny because they have a great dynamic.
That sounds like a really good podcast.
It's an amazing podcast. I listen to it. It's every Monday, and man, it's really good. It's a great way to start your Monday. But I don't know, man. I feel like my voice is a lot more sultry than I expected it to be. I expected it to be more frazzled because I was doing a lot of shouting today.
Oh.
Yeah, because I don't know.
You tell me this now.
Yes, I do. I tell everyone this now. Listen, it's very hit or miss, Joey. There's something I've learned about the quality of like my voice and the things that I do for like readings and public speaking is that my voice is almost never the same from day to day. It never feels the same.
That's weird.
It's super weird, and I don't know why. Like some days I have really deep days, like today I'm having a pretty deep voice day, and some days I feel like Charlie. I feel like Charlie Day.
Deep days.
I have deep days, man.
Got them deep days.
I got deep days, man.
Yeah, today's the day. I don't know why. I haven't drank any tea. I'm currently drinking beer in cold water. It's like the worst thing for your voice I can imagine. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I wonder if I can ever lock it down. I might actually have a career based on it.
What the fuck is the situation where like we made this podcast with the idea of like me being crazy and you being the straight man, and now it's you being drunk and I'm the straight man? What the fuck is this?
I'm neither. I'm neither crazy nor drunk nor straight. This is a problem. Like we need a third consistent member. It might be the Dog of Wisdom. Future Joey, I think you'll actually cut in a little part right here where we have a quote from the Dog of Wisdom. So, Dog of Wisdom, what do you think about this conversation so far? Very interesting indeed, sir. Okay, let's continue.
I fucking hate you.
There are two middle fingers waving at you from Milwaukee, okay, bud? They're coming straight for you.
That's some editing work for me.
It's not going to be that much work. It really shouldn't be.
Wait, shush. While we're at it, guys, Want to hear something really funny? There you go. God, this is gonna be the stupidest fucking episode.
Hello,
ever.
we're having a stroke. The podcast where a guy with severe ADHD struggles to get through a single sentence. I can't even do it. I can't even do it.
Hello, welcome to We're Having a Stroke. Where two fucking idiots just talk.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't believe you haven't caught on yet, but I'm glad you're here.
God, I have to edit that. Fuck. Anyway,
It's not that bad. It cannot
I
be that
know it's
bad.
not that bad.
But it
But I
means
have to
you have to-
fucking work on
You have
it.
to spend like 15, 20 minutes to figure it out.
Just like, imagine me just at the editing bay, just be like, fucking like eyes are bloodshot, just like
like a rattling coffee cup in
Like-
the left hand,
like
just like
frantically looking, like frantically like dashing around this, like my eyes are fucking frantically dashing around the screen, being like, how the fuck do I get Wisdom Dog on the show? How? Like,
and just seeing like emailing people like in Russia, just like, where do I pay the royalties? Where do I go?
I just like I like to imagine that Wisdom Dog just looks at someone and they just can fucking disintegrate because he's so powerful.
Oh, I imagine. I mean, that wisdom will blow any mortal's minds, you know?
He causes the tides and the hurricanes.
Dude, actually, you know what's fucking funny? I learned this recently. In the United States, the thing that goes through like the southern part of the United States, brings along a lot of torrential rain, thunderstorms, and high winds. It's known as a hurricane. And in Eurasia, I think it's known as a cyclone. Can you guess what it's called in Australia?
A humdinger.
A fucking willy dilly. A willy dilly. I literally can't think of willy dilly.
When I did it!
I wish I had a Miller with me right here.
Fuck.
Oh my
Yeah, the
god.
Super Bowl's this Sunday too. Like,
Oh yeah. We should just say
can you
willy dilly.
imagine? Can you imagine just like a fucking sports team from Australia called the Willy Dillies?
I swear to God, if they had an American football team called the like, I don't know, the Melbourne Willy Dillies, I would
The
go all the way.
Wyoming Willy Dillies.
It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Oh my god. I don't know why, but that just totally reminded me of that. And also, the Super Bowl Sunday. That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy. Are you doing anything on this monumentous American holiday? Because it is an American holiday.
It's so funny because they keep fucking saying that's a worldwide event, and I'm like, who the fuck else in the world cares about
Where?
this?
Who? Canada?
Where?
No.
Australia?
Bullshit.
Where
The Willy
it's like-
Dilly?
Where it's like 3 a.m. where they fucking watch it?
I was about to say, like, what? I get that it's like we're all self-important, but like I'm just thinking of like what other country supports American football. I can't even think of one aside from Canada.
Hell, half of the fucking country doesn't even call football. They call fucking soccer football.
And here, do you also want to know another piece of history?
Sure.
Here's the thing that sucks. In England, you have rugby and football, right? Those are two sports. Wrong. They're called the same thing. One is called
What?
rugby football. The other one is called association football. They're two valid sports named football under two organizations. One's rugby, one's association football. They shortened association to soccer. When it was brought to the United States, it was called soccer. And then once it was brought to the United States after a couple of years, they switched back on just calling it football. And now they make fun of us for the rest of like the United States history. And I'm still going to be mad about it. I'm
I think I'm having a stroke just thinking about
I'm having
this.
a stroke trying to explain it. I'm feeling a
and
blood
then
clot.
And then in Rocket League, it's soccer.
I couldn't even try to defend that one. I just had to let it go.
I have the most shit-eating grin on my face right now.
Yeah, I imagine. I can only fucking imagine. Oh my god.
Yeah, Super Bowl. Who the fuck is playing? I don't know. I don't keep up with sports because football's dumb.
Oh my god. I'm mad.
I mean, like,
I
okay.
like sports. Okay, I'll put it this way.
If a football game is on, I will watch it, but I don't go out of my way to watch it. The only sport I will go out of my way to watch is ice hockey.
I agree with this sentiment.
Because hockey,
I fucking love hockey.
Hockey is the best sport because at that point, the way that hockey is that every single goal that takes place takes an incredible amount of skill to do. So every single goal matters. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, basketball is cool, but like, they score points like every fucking 2 seconds in that game.
Right, of course, yeah.
Like, I still like basketball is probably my second favorite sport, but like hockey like beats it by like quite a bit.
Yeah,
and also it helps because the Blackhawks have been fucking amazing in the past like 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Shouts to the Blackhawks.
Shout out to fucking my boy Patrick Kane.
Shouts to Kaner,
legend. Fucking Kaner, let's go.
Love Kaner, dude. I gotta say, I enjoy hockey because it's a lot less boring of a sport compared to soccer, in my opinion. Which is it's sort of a hot take, sort of not really, because it is more interesting. I gotta say.
Well, in soccer, like a lot of their games go to a fucking draw, and B, they just kind of jog around.
Yeah, I was about to say you can have a game that is 0-0, and that's it. Like that's the game. That sounds terrible.
That sounds like a waste of time, in my opinion.
Yeah, you know. Not a waste of time for those guys. They're getting money.
For the audience, I mean.
Well,
the spectator.
I suppose. But, like, I don't know. I'd say hockey is close to our hearts. Probably because... Have you ever played hockey, Joey, in any capacity?
I've played floor hockey. I mean, my brother played like, hockey in, like, high school, and, like, before that and stuff.
Yeah.
It's funny because here's the funny part.
Wait, hold up.
Here's the really funny part.
Yeah.
I really like hockey, but I cannot skate.
Okay, I see.
I never learned how to skate.
That's kind of a critical part of the game. I hate to say it.
It's a very critical part. That's why I've only played floor hockey.
Ah, I see. Didn't we ever play knee hockey at one point?
Shinny!
Yeah, we played shinny at one point.
Shinny is so much fucking fun, and it's terrible for your knees.
Oh, yeah. Even though it's related to your shins, it has nothing to do with your shins.
So, for the audience listening, shinny is basically hockey, but it's like miniature, and you play on your knees. Mm-hmm. And there's no ice, so you just play it like...
Your parents' carpet.
It's like a basement game. Like
it is a basement game. Or, I mean, if you have the balls, you can play it on your front lawn.
You can play it on the fucking sidewalk.
You can play it in the street.
And
destroy a pussy or something?
It's like Shinny is life, bro.
Could you imagine in like Wayne's World where they're like playing in the street? Could you imagine if they were playing shinny instead of actual hockey? Just fucking walking on the street on their knees. Like trotting away.
It's like the little waddle. It's the little waddle.
And he waddled away, waddle, waddle.
Waddle, waddle.
Sorry. I don't know why that popped in my head. Oh, man. Dude. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Bump, bump, bump. Hey, Mr. Krabs.
So, do I go off topic? Because it's something that's been irking me for a little bit about hockey.
Go for it. Go off. Okay. Go off, King.
I hate to say this because it's unfortunately not lightly political. It just is political.
Oh, God.
When are we going to just change the Blackhawks logo?
I am slightly fearful for that day.
Because, like, here's the thing. And I was talking to my friends about it, and I don't know how valid, like, my friends are in the discussion, but I talk with them about it. Compared to the other sports where it's just straight up, like, racial.
Because the
It's just
Washington
racist.
I will say the Washington Redskins is straight up just racist.
Yeah, I think so.
Like straight up.
It's pretty racist.
This might sound like I might later take back these words
Go
just
ahead.
because of how touchy this topic is.
You're the editor.
But
You can do what you want.
my take on it is that granted, go back to the current a bit. This isn't my fight at all because
No.
like I'm a cisgendered white dude. That,
It's not mine
like,
either.
It's just from the suburbs of Chicago. But my only thing with this is that it's only like our mascot is the mascot for the team isn't even like it's just like a hawk.
Yeah.
And like the logo is just like
The
a Native
logo's
American.
that one's just tradition. Like that one isn't even like, oh, it's connected to the mascot. Like the tradition comes from the story of Chief Blackhawk and like that sort of fight, which, you know, as like that whole history of like colonization and stuff like that. Like that's us for sure. But like come on, like you could at least like change it to just a black bird. And there's honestly, you know what's crazy? There is a concept for that was on Reddit like ages ago, like 5-6 years ago.
Really?
And I'll send it to you later. I love that logo to death. It's the most killer logo I've ever seen for the Blackhawks. And I would adore that.
Well, I mean,
But it's just not them. They're
the
stubborn.
other problem with this, I was gonna say the whole problem with this whole thing is just change.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like, how
The
long
whole
has the
city would have
Blackhawks
to
had
change
that?
pretty much.
How long has the Blackhawks had that fucking logo for?
Since the
It's engraved
1910
in
or
all.
something.
It's engraved in Allstate Arena, like or whatever fucking
They
arena.
got the
it
money
is.
to change it. Come on.
I know they do, but like, I don't know.
No, I feel you. Here, I'm gonna upload a picture of it to you right now. And I gotta say, if I saw a
that
jersey,
is sick.
if I saw a jersey with that on it, I would wear that in a heartbeat. That's the coolest
Okay,
logo
that's-
ever.
That's a really fucking cool logo.
That's what I'm saying. And they got it. The dude got it approved by local Native American tribes. They sent it to the group, and they were like, "Is there anything offensive in this?" And they're like, "No, seems good to me." And fucking, you know, you could use
Well, the
it
other
at
thing-
any time.
The other thing is, and this is where it becomes the Joe Rogan experience, where we're pieces of shit and don't look up our facts before we say
Well,
them.
this isn't really
But-
endangering people's lives, I don't think.
Yeah, that's fair. But from what I mean, granted, I haven't done that much research into it, so like, fuck me, right?
Please, you're an expert.
But but I haven't heard a lot of people like complaining about the logo.
No, but I think what's weird is that when like I see people talking about like it's not that a lot of people are complaining about it. It's that people are straight up just talking about like the Blackhawks and like not really referring to them in discussions about hockey because of the logo and the name. Which is like I'm sort of like, like come on, you kind of have to let us play, but like there's got to be something that we can do to just make this easier on us.
Right.
But I mean, if you want my personal opinion, I mean, I grew up with that logo. I grew up wearing those hoodies. I grew up. Excuse me, I just had a stroke. There you go. We got one. That's good timing. Anyways,
Every time someone has a stroke, other than me on this fucking show, I have to start screaming.
oh yeah, no, it's like popping. It's popping.
It's popping.
But
Our
like,
strokes be popping.
yo, these be popping a lot of things. Anyways, I mean, the thing is that maybe it's just our own desensitization because it's like in our history, but it's sort of like, you know, we grew up seeing that logo all over the place. We grew up wearing it on our shirts, you know, like we grew up thinking like, oh yeah, this team's kick ass and it's like a town pride sort of thing. But you know, I think having that change is good if it's as cool as this logo. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, another thing to think about with this whole thing is that I recently saw a stand-up by, I forget the comedian, but I do know that he made the very good argument that for true watchers of hockey are like, okay, basically what I'm getting at is to Native Americans, it's not a logo.
Yeah.
It's not a logo. It's just them. And like,
yeah, that's true.
It's like, it's funny because like, it's an argument that like, it's hard to argue against, honestly.
I mean, like, to be fair, I mean, it's not like they're the only team named after a group of people. I mean, there's, what about the Yankees? What about there's an old New York team called the New York Americans. That was a hockey team a long time ago. There's there's plenty of teams that are named after a group of people. It's just especially bad when there's not much representation in the naming of it.
Right.
But it's like, unfortunately, I don't own a hockey team. I wish I did. Wish I had the extra cash, but I don't.
I'm not Tony Khan where I own the Jaguars.
Yeah, right.
Who also, fun fact, is the CEO, founder, and head of creative for All Elite Wrestling.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, fucking millionaire.
Well,
fucking rolling in it. Oh my god. But yeah, let's
yeah. That's all I have to say about
topics. So Xenoblade 3. It looks really fucking good.
Oh yeah. I imagine. I'm sorry, Joey. I did not watch that part of the direct. I'm really sorry.
What do you mean? You didn't watch the whole direct?
No, because I have shit to do. I have a life to live.
Fucking dweeb.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I have to do real normie stuff.
You didn't watch the thing that people like talk about on Twitter and fucking like are plebeians for?
Hey, you know something that we did talk about for 15 minutes that was on Twitter all the time?
Okay, stop. Oh my god, this is where the podcast ends. This is where
I don't know what you're talking about. All I'm saying is that you just keep you keep some of it. You don't even have to keep all of it. There's so much you can do. I'm also hearing my neighbors shout about something, but it's okay.
Oh well, I can't hear it, so it's not.
Maybe it's them talking about our discussion. Could you imagine having a fan like in a wall next to you? It's like overhearing your conversation. They're like, "Oh yeah, no, this direction. Oh nope, you shouldn't have gone that way. No. That's a hole."
I can just imagine just like us recording the podcast live and somebody just in the crowd just yelling, "It's shit!" Like,
imagine just being like, "Boo,
boo!
That's a shitty take. Boo!
Go back to Budfield."
Fucking Budfield.
Budfield.
Is that the first callback? I think that might be the first callback we've ever had in the show.
We've had so many callbacks.
Not really. They're callbacks to things that haven't happened yet, or things that haven't happened on the show.
The Budfield.
The Budfield, I think, is the only thing that's happened on the show that we call back to.
The mini fridge and the Goku.
Which reminds me, Joey, speaking of callbacks, do we talk about our Yoshi discussion?
Oh no.
Do we talk about that?
Okay, this whole entire fucking podcast is gonna make us look like we're fucking crazy.
Well, because we're having a stroke, Joey, okay?
Because we're not even talking about ADHD.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I feel like that whole thing that we did was absolutely an episode of ADHD. It did not feel like anything that a sane person would do, but man, was it really funny. It was fucking hilarious. It had nothing to do with anything we talked about except for one text message.
How the fuck did that happen?
I wanted to talk about something that wasn't on the show yet, and I've been meaning to talk about it. I don't know if anybody's going to listen to this and remember, but I guess, should we talk about it?
What, the
Yoshi situation? Okay, I guess I'll tell the story from my perspective.
Oh God.
Okay, so a couple the last episode, Joey texted me a lovely text, which happens every once in a while. Which is a text saying, "You ready for tonight, big sexy?" And then, because it's fun to. I don't know if any other group does
we're
this.
Good friends.
Oh yeah, no, we're great
good
friends. I think people that are good friends and have that kind of sense of humor, I think people they
Just
get
say
it.
dumb shit.
Oh yeah, no, we say dumb shit, like dumb shit. If you listen to the last 40 minutes, you know that. I think.
I mean, we're not as dumb as CinemaSins. That's pretty fucking.
No.
stupid. I could go on a rant about I could go on a rant about CinemaSins and how fucking stupid they are.
Yeah, well,
Oh my God.
are
Every
you the
single-
one with like 20 million views? I don't think so.
No, okay, fuck off.
Well,
because
I'm just saying the
fucking-
truth. I'm just laying it down.
Okay, but the content is actual dog shit.
Speaking
dumb.
of laying
It's
it down,
bad.
there's some parts to this that we need to lay down too. There's some railroad tracks that need to be put in front for this train to move. So,
Oh my God! Every time I watch a fucking CinemaSins episode, I get more and more mad because of how fucking bad the fucking takes are.
yeah, for sure.
It's so bad, dude. If you watch CinemaSins, stop watching it.
There's better ways to spend your time. I can assure you.
Like watching Cinema Wins, which is infinitely better.
Or making fun of Doug Walker. We could also do that.
Yes.
Yes.
Another reason why Doug Walker sucks. He did a collaboration with CinemaSins.
I have a question. Do we have any updates on whether or not Doug Walker knows who we are or is willing to fight us at some point? This is the thing that's been on my mind for quite a while.
This is the callback.
Yeah, no, this is a
the
real
fucking
callback. This is an actual callback. This is actually, it's less of a callback, it's more just a progression of the story. It's just us trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, so are we fighting? It's us constantly getting in and out of the ring, being like, okay, are we fighting or not? What the fuck is this?
I'm just imagining.
I got my gloves and everything. What the fuck are
I'm
we
just
doing?
imagining a WWE fight where it's just every time someone goes in, they go to the other side of the ring, tagged out, and they just keep doing it for the entire match. They're just constantly tagging in and out. Just okay, good fight. Oh yeah, good fight,
It's
good
Marvel.
fight. Just
It's
tagging.
Marvel versus Capcom, but you keep pressing the tag button.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I would love that so much. Oh. Anyways,
Also, shout outs to footsies.
shout outs to footsies. I agree with that.
You ever fucking played that game?
Marvel vs. Capcom?
No, footsies.
Like the one in the playground? Oh, like the one that you do with your girl, or man under the table. You never done that before? Anyways, there's this text that we got from Joey that says, "You ready for tonight, big sexy?" And I don't know if you guys have ever seen or played Mario Party on the Switch, the new Super Mario Party.
Mario Party Superstar.
Yeah, that one. There's
There's emotes you can do with every character. And if you do the emote with Yoshi saying what or something,
yeah, I think it's the one where it's like, what?
He has the most
it looks like he's getting railed is the problem. It's too suggestive. And that's why we're sort of like, oh my god, it's hilarious. So Joey sends me a picture of that.
The title of this episode is going to be Yoshi No.
Yeah, it probably should be
Yoshi,
actually.
no!
Yoshi, no! So that
I love this streak of fucking episodes where we have multiple titles in the works.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out in the episode. I think that's part of having a stroke, is that you're trying to figure out how to classify it, right?
We're both editing it in the back and editing it while we record.
Half the time I'm editing in the front, dude. I'm editing before we even start.
I'm psychic, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's called preparedness to some normies. I call it editing in the front.
What number are you thinking of? 37. Called it.
Oh my fucking god. Anyways,
Yeah.
So this text conversation eventually led into, like, after the 5th episode, we were, like, sort of loopy. We're just kind of like, oh, yeah, episode's over. And for some reason, I'm just sort of like, you know what? This text conversation. Oh, we explained it to Sky. That's what it was. We explained it to Sky.
Yeah, we explained it to Sky. We spent like an hour after the fucking talk.
Because we realized there's a lot of Yoshi porn. In case you haven't realized, you can Google it and it's everywhere. It's all over the place. And it's really,
so much.
really weird. So for the next, like, hour and a half, I'd say, we're just dying, just posting pictures of Yoshi hentai.
Yoshi,
just
of both
back and
cursed
forth.
Yoshi and just Yoshi.
It was like a tennis rally. Like, we were just constantly posting pictures back and forth.
Oh my god.
And it is
just...
I mean, seriously, it was the funniest thing I think I've ever done on Discord in a very long time. It's got to be the funniest conversation I've ever had. It's just so it's so good.
It's easily the hardest I've laughed in a very long time. Right?
It might be the hardest laugh this year, and it's barely started. Oh my god! But yeah, so to make a long story short,
so fucked. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
Oh my god!
This podcast is in pristine form.
I'm gonna go back and listen to this and just be like, "Oh fuck, I said that? Why?"
Yeah, but the fans are gonna go back and be like, "Oh, this was a banger right here." Do we still have fans?
Do we still have fans?
Who fucking knows?
I don't know at this point, dude. I'm just doing this for me. I'm doing
this. I'm doing this for me too. I'm doing it for you, Joey. I hope you're doing it for me too.
I'm doing it for my boy Dominic. He's a pretty cool guy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
He's got a big ass forehead.
Okay, well that's a little much.
Dude. Okay, I was in a club today and we were talking,
were you talking about
like
my forehead?
No, it's not. We were talking about how to properly do a
how to properly roast somebody.
How to properly like interview someone, and the entire time we did, like they're talking about like framing of like someone and like how to like properly do it, and the entire fucking time all I was doing was roasting the fuck out of every single interviewer's appearance.
Oh, that's awesome.
And like I made so many massive forehead jokes. And it was so funny.
Listen, when your forehead is covered,
I literally said this man looks like he just got punched in the face as a baby.
This man got punched in the face while he was a baby. Dude, I mean, this is also for the audience. This is coming from a guy whose afro is like 3 times the size of his own head. It covers his forehead.
Yeah.
As far as I know, this man does not have a head.
I was literally riding in a car today, and my friend looked at me and was like, "Dude, your fucking hair. I love how your hair touches the ceiling." Like,
to be fair, it's a sedan. It's not like an SUV or anything. Like, I mean, it's a pretty short car, I gotta say. But I see your point. Oh my god. Audience, whoever's listening to this, I hope it's not just me and Joey. Because I hope someone recognizes the absolute stupidity that goes on. I love
how in episode 1 we're just so low energy and just like, yeah, we're doing this.
Well, part of it was because you didn't eat anything.
I didn't fucking eat anything, bro. Like,
I was trying to pick it up because I was just nervous. And then, oh my god. Now we're at the point where we talk about dubious topics.
We're 6 episodes in and we're just like, fuck.
Yeah, we're literally talking about like, yo, this Yoshi porn is bussin'. And Joey, I think we found our title.
I am not making that the fucking title.
That's fair. That's very understandable.
I refuse.
That is really understandable.
I will gladly make the title of one of our episodes "Fuck Long Island." I draw
Apparently
the limit.
Yoshi,
at Yoshi
porn is bussin' is not.
That's
It's where we stop. You insult a whole like neighborhood, essentially like its own state. If we really want to be realistic.
welcome. What? Hello, welcome to the podcast. We have fucking crackhead energy for an hour.
But this is the point of the podcast, Joey. I remember you pitching it to Sky. We talked about this like a week ago. This is literally the point of the podcast. This is literally the point of it. And now you understand the vision of your own show.
This is where I realize my hubris. I stare into the void, it stares back at me, and I just say, fuck!
Oh my god.
God, I hope this sync works. Anyway.
I really hope this episode works out, because if it doesn't, this is down the shitter. And that is really unfortunate. And we need to find a new way. Audience members, if you have any way of recording audio through Discord and syncing it to a recording, let us know. For the professionals at our show, we don't know how to do it anymore.
I love how episode 3, like
episode 6, we just don't know.
Episode 2 through fucking 5, we're so confident in it, and then episode 6, we're just like, fuck, what are we doing? Like,
it's just like this doesn't work anymore. We're just like, oh no, I think everything we worked for just doesn't work anymore.
It's crumbling before our eyes. My kingdom.
This is how the Romans felt.
Rome wasn't built in a day, but it crumbled in a day, my friend. I'll tell you that much.
I'll tell you, yeah. Ain't that for sure. Well, Pompeii left in one day. I know that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Shout outs to people in Pompeii who were masturbating as it was happening. Shout outs to those people.
I was about to say.
Were you really about to say that at the exact same time? Dude, it's like we have the same fucking brain. Let's go.
Dude, it's like we're both fucking stupid.
It's like we're having a stroke or something.
Maybe the true strokes we had were the friends we made along the way.
Now that's a t-shirt. Now that is a t-shirt. Oh my god. I'm lightheaded. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my sweet days.
Oh my god.
I can feel your face just getting so red and just tears streaking down. I can just feel how hard you're laughing.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Joey, to this party you're going after the podcast, like, can you tell the story about this?
I the entire time anyone asked me to see the most crackhead fucking podcast episode I've ever had in my entire life.
Just imagine Joey going up to like just a random group of friends like at this party and just being like, "Okay,
guys,
so we got this podcast?" And then we just he's just like busting up the whole time.
We
talked about the Blackhawks. We talked about Yoshi porn.
We talked about Yoshi porn. We talked about Nintendo. We talked about.
Talked about the philosophy of this podcast as it stands to this day.
We talked about behind the scenes stuff. We talked about the C100. We talked about the Super Bowl. We talked about soccer. We talked about football. We talked about.
Oh my god! I forgot we talked about soccer. I totally forgot about that.
This is the episode where I lose my fucking mind.
This is the episode where you try to figure out how this works.
I can see the stars, Dominic. I can see the stars. They're calling to me. I love how I'm the sober one here, and I'm just going. Are you really mental?
Are you really?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, you are, but I don't think in state of mind. I think in the breathalyzer test, you're probably doing okay, but not sure in the state of mind.
Guys.
What's up?
Frank is a really cool skeleton.
Oh my! Have we ever talked about Frank at the podcast?
We have never talked about Frank.
Okay, well, this has to be the last story because we got to wrap this shit up.
Exactly. So this will be the last story. So my freshman year of college, it was Halloween time, and I was going grocery shopping with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And the grocery store we went to was right next to a party city, and
So
we walked in and fucked.
Sorry, for clarification, this was 2019, right?
This was 2019,
Okay,
pre-COVID
cool.
and everything. We walked into this party city, and we found a skeleton and some kazoos. No, I walked in initially being like, I want to buy a kazoo, and then we walked out, and I was like, wait,
Why
there's
do I
a
have
skeleton right there. I want it. I got it. And we named it Frank and just tossed it around our dorm building. It was so fucking funny.
Please. Okay, here's the thing that I don't know is true. Please tell me Frank is in your apartment right now.
He is.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right now.
Thank God.
He unfortunately during like the unholy year of 2020 was in a storage unit
Oh,
the entire time. And since I got my apartment, I cracked him out again, being like, another day, my friend, another day.
another day you can be alive, my dead friend.
Oh my God.
And hopefully we have more appearances of Frank somehow. Maybe we can create some like sort of video stuff with Frank.
Okay, make a TikTok
Joey.
account for Frank.
Oh my God, Joey, you know what we need to do?
What do we need to do?
I think I should buy a Frank.
Oh my God.
We need to have the cross lake like fucking Frank exchange. Dude, I'm
popping off right now.
hopping off. Since I broke my TV, I can fucking totally put that skeleton on my couch since I no longer use it. Yes. I'm fucking.
Oh my God.
I need to figure out where I can buy it and when. Joey, do you see an ambulance in the distance?
I see that ambulance in the distance, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't just have a stroke. We've been having a stroke for the last hour. Oh my God.
I think we're going to continue having a stroke. If I'm not mistaken, I think we had a lot more episodes in us.
Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we just had a stroke. If you liked what you listened to, if you somehow liked it,
or if you hated it,
or if you hated it, if you thought this was the worst bullshit you've ever seen in your fucking life,
and you want
subscribe.
people, if you hated this, but you want to share the misery to other people in your recommended or your friends or whatever, share it with them and just ruin their day probably.
If you believe in the power of Wonder Dog, subscribe right now.
If you want Frank to show up, I highly suggest you subscribe and like and ring the bell and all that stuff.
What was your favorite part of the podcast? Comment below. But anyway, my name is Joey. My co-host Dominic. We will see you guys next week.
Bye guys, love you.